Welcome to Positive Atheism English channel. Today I am going to tell you briefly about Gora and contribution of Srimati Saraswati Gora and the philosophy of positive atheism. First, let us know who was Gora. Gora's full name was Gopparaju Ramachandra Rao. He was born in 1902 in Andhra Pradesh. He was born in a traditional Brahmin family. Like many people of that time, he grew up in a religious atmosphere filled with rituals, castes, beliefs, and superstitions. But from childhood, Gora had a questioning mind. He was not satisfied simply accepting things because elders said so. He wanted evidence, reason, and truth. He studied science and became a lecturer in botany. Scientific thinking deeply influenced him. Gradually, he realized that many social problems in India were connected with blind belief, fear of God, caste discrimination, and social inequalities. He came to the conclusion that human beings themselves are responsible for solving human problems. This became the foundation of his atheism. Now, meaning of atheism according to Gora. For many people, atheism simply means not believing in God. But Gora gave a much deeper meaning. According to Gora, atheism means depending upon himself. He called it positive atheism. Positive atheism is not merely rejection of God, it is affirmation of human responsibility. Gora believed human beings create their own future. Society changes through human effort. Morality does not come from fear of God. Ethical living is possible without religion. Equality is more important than rituals. Scientific temper is necessary for social progress. He said that fear and helplessness create belief in supernatural powers. Courage and self-confidence lead to atheism. Now, Gora's fight against untouchability and caste. One of the greatest contributions of Gora was his fight against caste discrimination. At a time when untouchability was very strong, Gora openly opposed it. He did not merely give speeches, he practiced equality in daily life. He organized intercaste dining, intercaste marriages, shared community living. He stayed in Harijan colonies and encouraged social mixing. He strongly believed human dignity is greater than caste identity. This was revolutionary during those days. Even today, caste discrimination continues in many forms. Therefore, Gora's message remains highly relevant. Very often in history, women who stand beside great leaders are forgotten. But Saraswati Gora was not merely supporting Gora. She herself was a powerful reformer and leader. She was born in 1912 and married Gora at a young age. Initially, she also came from a traditional background. But through observation, experience, and courage, she became one of the strongest pillars of the atheist movement. She challenged many customs, wearing symbols of caste, religious rituals, gender discrimination, superstitions affecting women. At that time, widows faced severe discrimination. Women had very little freedom. Saraswati Gora worked tirelessly for women's education, women's equality, widow remarriage, social reform, scientific temper among women. She showed through her own life that women can be fearless agents of social change. Now, founding of the Atheist Center. In 1940, Gora and Saraswati Gora founded the famous Atheist Center. It became one of the earliest atheist organizations in the world, working continuously for social reform. The Atheist Center was not established merely for philosophical debates. The center worked on rural development, eradication of superstition, social equality, education, scientific awareness, rehabilitation programs, disaster relief, human rights, women empowerment. The movement believed that atheism must be connected with social action. This is very important. Gora never wanted atheism to remain only inside books or intellectual discussions. He wanted atheism to enter everyday life. Relationship with Mahatma Gandhi. One interesting aspect of Gora's life was his close interaction with Mahatma Gandhi. Though Gandhi was deeply religious and Gora was an atheist, Both respected each other greatly. This teaches us an important lesson. Differences in belief did not create hatred. Gora discussed atheism openly with Gandhi. Gandhi appreciated Gora's honesty and social commitment. Gora even stayed in Sevagram ashram. Both shared common goals: removal of untouchability, social equality, simplicity, and rural upliftment. This shows the democratic spirit of dialogue and mutual respect. For Gora and Saraswati Gora, atheism was not negative thinking. It was a constructive and ethical lifestyle. They believed in truthfulness, simplicity, social responsibility, equality, human dignity, rational inquiry. Their own life reflects these values. They lived very simple lives without luxury or show. Gora used to say that public leaders should live like ordinary people and remain accessible to the public. He believed ministers are servants and people are masters. This democratic thinking is extremely relevant today. Campaign against superstition. The atheist movement strongly opposed superstition. Many people suffer because of blind faith, fake godmen, astrology dependency, black magic fears, miracles, exploitation in the name of religion. Gora encouraged people to ask questions. He promoted scientific explanations instead of supernatural beliefs. The movement conducted awareness programs, science demonstrations, rational discussions, village education campaigns. Today also, fake miracles and godmen continue exploiting innocent people. Therefore, rational thinking is essential. Intercaste and interreligious marriages. One of the most revolutionary activities of the Atheist Center was promoting intercaste and interreligious marriages. Even today, many families oppose such marriages. But Gora believed that marriage should be based on mutual respect, equality, and human values, not caste or religion. Thousands of couples received support through the movement. These marriages became symbols of social integration, humanism, and social responsibility. Atheism, according to Gora, was closely connected with humanism. If there is no divine power solving our problems, then humans themselves must take responsibility. This increases social responsibility. Instead of praying for change, we must work for change. Instead of waiting for miracles, we must create solutions. Instead of blaming fate, we must improve society. This practical approach made the atheist movement socially active and constructive. Freedom and responsibility. Gora strongly believed in individual freedom, but he also emphasized responsibility. Freedom without responsibility can become selfishness. Therefore, we should think independently, we should question traditions, but we must also care for the society. This balance between freedom and social responsibility is a key strength of positive atheism. Scientific temper in modern society. Today, science and technology have advanced greatly. We have artificial intelligence, space exploration, genetic science, modern medicine, digital communication. But unfortunately, superstition also continues. Highly educated people sometimes still believe fake miracles, horoscope fears, religious exploitation, irrational claims. This shows that education alone is not enough. Scientific temper means asking questions, demanding evidence, using logic, accepting truth based on facts. Gora and Saraswati Gora dedicated their lives to spreading this scientific temper. Women and social equality. Saraswati Gora especially emphasized women's liberation. Even today, gender discrimination exists, dowry problems continue, violence against women occurs, superstitions target women. True social progress is impossible without women's equality. The atheist movement consistently supported equal opportunities, freedom for women, independent thinking, social dignity. Relevance of the atheist movement today. Some people may ask, is atheism still relevant today? The answer is yes, more than ever. Why? Because society still faces religious hatred, superstition, caste discrimination, fanaticism, exploitation, social inequality. Positive atheism offers rational thinking, human equality, scientific outlook, democratic values, and social responsibility. The movement reminds us that humanity is greater than religion, caste, or blind belief. Lessons we can learn from Gora and Saraswati Gora. From Gora, we learn courage to question, simplicity in living, commitment to equality, scientific thinking, and human responsibility. From Saraswati Gora, we learn fearlessness, women's empowerment, social commitment, practical reform work, and strength through service. Together, they teach us that social change begins with personal change. Message to young generation. Today's youth have tremendous power. Young people must think independently, avoid blind beliefs, respect science, promote equality, reject caste discrimination, and value humanity above the religion. The future belongs to rational, compassionate, and responsible citizens. Gora believed that every individual has the power to shape society. That message remains alive today also. Friends, the lives of Gora and Saraswati Gora are shining examples of courage, rationality, equality, and service. They did not merely criticize society, they worked to change it. They showed that atheism is not hatred towards the religion, but confidence in humanity. They taught us to live without fear, to think without superstition, to act with responsibility, and to build a society based on equality and human dignity. The real tribute we can pay them is not merely remembering their names, but practicing their values in daily life. Let us work for a society without caste discrimination, without superstition, without exploitation, and without fear. And let us build a society which is based on reason, compassion, equality, and human freedom. That would be the true spirit of positive atheism. And here ends our episode on Gora, Saraswati Gora, and the philosophy of positive atheism. Thank you.
For more videos, please subscribe to our Positive Atheism English channel presented by Samaram channel, which has 21 crore views. Please like, subscribe and share our videos, and for notification of our new videos, please click the bell icon.